As we near Remembrance Day, our most important public holiday, nothing bothers me more than seeing our veterans and our men and women in active service treated poorly by our government. This isn't even a partisan Liberal or Conservative Party issue either. In fact, it's been well documented that the previous Harper government and controversial former Veterans Affairs Minister Julian Fantino let down our veterans and resulted in him being demoted from his position after only 18 months on the job. Veterans Affairs under Fantino was dogged by scandals and controversies as they were unable to solve many of these same issues now dogging the Liberals. Now many of the same veterans groups who united to oppose Harper in the 2015 election are demanding Trudeau and the Liberals do more. In 2005, the Liberals changed the rules surrounding how injured veterans are compensated by moving to lump sum payments rather than pensions. It was a move championed by the Harper Conservatives after they took power in 2006. But it is a policy that has resulted in heavy litigation against the government, as veterans see it as far less generous than the old system. And now, according to CBC, these same veterans are upset with the Liberals. Retired Major Mark Campbell, who lost both legs in Afghanistan, told CBC, quote, "The Liberals have, to date, let us down. We want to put this back on the radar for Canadians and our elected politicians," unquote. It's well known in this country that Liberal years are lean years for the Canadian Forces. CTV News reports that we currently have 770 homeless veterans living on Canadian streets, a number that has grown from 578 in January of 2015. When Canada's participation in the war in Afghanistan ended in March 2014, the Canadian government and Veterans Association should have been prepared for the return of so many soldiers and the post-war issues they were bound to face. A task they appear to have been unprepared for, given this was the first lengthy and offensive military action taken by the Canadian Forces since the Korean War in the 1950s. But what is so infuriating is, imagine one of Justin Trudeau's Syrian refugee families that he rushed to import in the aftermath of the election. Do you think that they would ever be allowed to be homeless, like one of our 770 veterans? Or how about the resources and effort being dumped into helping and housing the illegal immigrants who are crossing our border irregularly to make bogus asylum claims? I see them being housed and taken care of in a way that is far more compassionate than how we're treating our veterans. What is wrong with us? Veterans Affairs Minister Seamus O'Regan did promise a solution is coming. But seemingly more ominous than those two stories is this today that we see our special forces, including our elite JTF2, are having their benefits scaled back. CTV reports new policies enacted quietly by the Liberals in September means any of our special forces who are sick or injured for longer than 180 days will no longer be compensated beyond that point. Previously, they would have been compensated for a total of a year, and according to CTV, this could mean a loss of $23,000 over 6 months for a JTF2 soldier under the new policy. Former Special Forces Commander Steve Dade told CTV, quote, "It will become a morale issue and without a doubt it will affect retention," unquote. This didn't sit well with opposition leader Andrew Scheer either, who wrote on Facebook, quote, "Justin Trudeau needs money to pay for his billion-dollar deficits, but instead of cracking down on rich Liberal insiders named in the Paradise Papers, he's clawing back pay from our brave men and women who serve in the Canadian Armed Forces," unquote. Sadly, it does seem like the only time our media party and politicians, with a few exceptions, want to discuss the real hardship our veterans and active service members are facing is in and around Remembrance Day. That's truly a shame because these individuals are truly the 1% of Canadian society, volunteering to keep us safe and fighting for freedom where others cannot fight for themselves. For the Rebel.media, I'm Christopher Wilson. Veterans and military issues are very important to us here at The Rebel, so make sure you click subscribe on our YouTube page.